blessed Captain God's Brain Smart. Damn, that's a mouthful. Popularly known as Captain Smart is in crosshairs with the government of Ghana. Again, over galamsey related activity that Captain Smart, has pointed finger at the government of Ghana and said the president of Ghana, specifically Akuffo Addo, is actively involved in illegal mining in Ghana.
After this week, me can't galamsey assembly. Do you know why? Nana Addo is actively involved in galamsey. So he can never ever stop galamsey.
It appears it didn't sit well with the government for some reason, and so they've come out to issue a communique against Captain Smart through the Ministry of Information, and it reads, Ministry of Information, government's response to Onua TV's publication, Nana Addo is actively involved in galamsey, Captain Smart. The attention of government has been drawn to a video published and circulated by Onua TV on October 17th, 2022, titled, and I quote, Nana Addo is actively involved in galamsey, Captain Smart, end quote, in which one God's Brain Smart alleges that the President Akuffo Addo is actively involved in illegal mining activities. This publication impugns the character and integrity of the President and the credibility and commitment of his fight against illegal and irresponsible mining. In response to the content of the said video, government states emphatically that I, the President of the Republic, H.E. Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo Addo, has never been and is not involved in galamsey. The content propagated in the video is false, malicious, and without basis. It is nothing but an act of unethical and irresponsible journalism. The video is intended to cause disaffection for government and undermine efforts to fight illegal mining in the country. I don't think you need Captain Smart and Onua TV to cause disaffection from the people of Ghana. You already have it, just saying. Ivy and government's commitment to the fight against illegal mining is unwavering. Government has decided to refer the matter to the National Media Commission for review and adjudication. It is, however, imperative to note that the aforementioned action is without prejudice to government's right to seek further legal action against Mr. Smart's Onua TV and Media General. Government is concerned about the spread of disinformation and misinformation, clothed under the pretext of journalistic discretion and free expression. This does not bode well for our democracy. We will continue to hold Media General in high esteem and urge them not to compromise their standards for validating information, ethical practice, and avoiding conjecture in presentation of facts. And Fatima Abubakar, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Information. That is all nonsense, bro. When it comes to the MPP government, they know how to write, they know how to speak. It's like they are 40. Now let's come to the facts of the matter. Anybody would have two brain cells left in their head, and I mean anybody knows that this is just BS, and that's the fact of the matter. And Captain Smart is absolutely 100% right. I keep telling people, say, until the day I see Wuntumi in prison for his crime against humanity, his crime against this country, our water bodies, our forests, anything this government says about fighting galamsey is just talk, political talks, and that's the start and the end of it all. Because you have a regional minister, people. You have a regional minister actively, one of the biggest galamsey campaigns in this country, actively mining with impunity. He has a license to destroy our forests, to destroy our water bodies. And in all this travel and tour and speaking to chiefs about galamsey and communiques and letters and this and that, not once have they mentioned his name. Not once have they tried to stop him. They act like he doesn't even exist. And we all know what is going on in this country. And so if this person, who is your regional minister, who you can call to order is doing all of these things and you act like he doesn't exist and he continues to do it. Is it really far-fetched for any sane person, anybody with common sense, to assume that you have some kind of involvement in these galamsey activities? I mean, it's basic common sense, really. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's basic common sense. Wontumi happens to be one of the biggest financiers, campaign financiers in the NPP government. So you see where the conflict of interest comes in. This guy funds their campaign a lot. One of the reasons Akuffo Addo is a president in the first place, that's the fact of the matter. So if you have this conflict of interest, you have this person financing your party, your campaigns, and that same person is doing galamsey, and you act like he doesn't even exist, but it's our fault for concluding that you are in bed with these galamseyers. Come on, let's be real. But anyway, that is my thoughts on the matter. Let's check out what other people feel about the situation. Danielson says, we know how these things work. Akuffo Addo sends people to front the job and he takes his cut. We know Martin Amidu said it, that he's the mother serpent. We know. If it's not complacent, why can't he cause to prosecute? The evidence are glaring. If he's not involved, why is Wontumi not in jail right now? Really? Like, who doesn't know? This Akonta Mining way was in Joy News expose. Everybody knows it's him who runs them. Everybody knows he owns Akonta Mine and he has a license to be destroying our water bodies, to be destroying our forests. And he's not jailed. And you want people, any objective person, to believe that you are not actually involved. Let's be real with ourselves. Stand Up and Be Counted says, why is the government of Ghana's security services not arresting the people? Stop this press release. We are not stupid. Chris Sefman says, give us a break, madam. Akuffo Addo is a scam. Simple. Nonsense. The youth have become so hopeless and are committing suicide. You are here trying to make us feel Nana Addo is a saint, a bunch of thieves. Nuno Kojo at the Nuno Kojo says, what is the lie here anyways? If Wontumi is party financier and he is actively involved in galamsey and the president is looking on for it to happen, isn't the president involved? You people are not correct. Take your nonsense away from here. I mean, it's basic common sense, really. Again, until some of the big men in NPP who we all know are doing galamsey, Wontumi precisely, and other people in the shadows, until they are arrested, until they are prosecuted, until they are stopped. Me personally, any galamsey talk I'll hear from this government is just rubbish, and that's the end of it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you feel about this. Food soldiers, you can come at me if you want. I will respond to. Leave a like, subscribe. Catch you later.